Happy
What
Spooky
up?
Tuesday, everybody.
Happy Tuesday, October 28th. We're getting pretty close to All Hallows Eve, guys.
My Halloween costume comes in tomorrow.
Does
What
it?
is it? Don't spoil it. No spoilers.
I'm not spoiling
Yeah,
it.
no
I'm
spoilers,
not.
no spoilers,
No
no
spoilers
spoilers.
here.
Brooks and I's first principal at a school called St. Rose was named Miss Hobick, and she always called it All Hallows Eve instead of Halloween. And I just remember that. I don't know why.
Where the hell is St. Rose?
It's nowhere anymore, but it was in
Brooklyn Park, yo.
Brooklyn Park.
Yeah. Right by the 4100 Club, which I also don't think is there anymore.
That sounds like a strip club.
It was not. It was a real old, like, basement, like, nice kind of Greek place. It was really kind of a strange place. Really, like, an old-timey neighborhood place.
Yeah,
but anyway.
apparently, what's this? Johnny Unitas used to go in there all the time, and
Yeah.
all the other cults used to live in Brooklyn Park used to go in there all the time.
That makes sense.
Yeah, back when
But
Brooklyn Park was a place that you really wanted to live.
back in the day.
Not anymore. Not
I don't know
anymore.
if it is anymore.
There are a couple of nice housing developments being built over there, right across from.
There it is. It's being gentrified quite nicely.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Starting to get cold here in Maryland, buddy. I just
Yeah.
turned my heat on. I was talking to Brooksy. I just turned my heat on for the first time today. You get that that initial smell. It's like all the all the dust and shit that's been clogged up for the duration of the summer, all coming out. So it's that weird stench in my house right now.
I had a little bit of a morning going on here, but right before we put the pod on, I was running late and I was putting socks on, and Brian's making fun of me because I'm putting socks on, and I was like, "Yeah, dude, I haven't turned the heat on yet. It's cold here." So I'm about to get that going here probably in the next few days. Honestly, I haven't looked at the weather forecast, but it's going to be soon because it's getting cold.
I think it's supposed to stay cold moving forward. This is getting into really real deal chilly season now.
Whenever my house thermometer reads 59 and not 62 or 63, that's when I'll turn it on. So we'll see.
You already turned the heat on in your house, Brooks? I'm assuming yes.
Yeah. I mean, we have it set to like an automatic thing. So like if it goes below a certain temperature, it kicks on, or above a certain temperature.
So it just stays regulated at that temperature.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted. 18-inning game. Yeah, I'm pissed because I tried to stay up. I watched 5.5 hours of a baseball game last night, and apparently it wasn't enough. I fell asleep in the 16th inning, and I'm very disappointed with myself, but I just couldn't keep my eyes open any longer. Brian, you have a worse story. What's wrong with
well, first off, I want to say this. I got together with a bunch of the guys over at Justin Kiss's house last night. We watched Uncle Buck. That's why I'm Uncle Buck right now. Yeah. We bought like a bunch of food over. All the guys had like a little movie night. I think I talked about this on the podcast last Thursday. So anyway, I came in around the 6th or 7th inning, and I'm like, all right, this is awesome. Like the game's tied 5-5. This is ridiculously great. Get together with Delaware Dave and another guy, and we're hanging out. My buddy Kyle Roach is there. Holding in going to the bathroom for so long because I was so invested in the game. The minute I went to the bathroom, bang. Home run. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah. Well, I guess when you watched Uncle Buck last night, you weren't expecting to watch an entire 11-inning baseball game afterwards.
I thought the Dodgers were going to have to use Shanice Kovalevsky to come in and pitch because they were getting low on players.
I wonder if Ohtani would have pitched last night if it came to that. I don't know if he could have. I guess not because he's starting today. But yeah, they had the whole freaking crew out there last night. Kershaw even came out and got an out. He got a slow little dribbler in a massive spot in the 12th inning where it was bases loaded.
3-2 count, too.
They used everyone in the bullpen, I think, right? Both teams used basically everyone they had. So tonight is going to be, hopefully, Ohtani can go deep, and hopefully, who's pitching for Toronto's Bieber?
Yeah, I think it's Bieber.
I'm assuming they're gonna hope they can get at least 7 out of him because everyone in the bullpen last night in both bullpens is probably gassed.
I mean, not only that, Ohtani just played 2 games last night, and he's got a pitch today.
Well, he's a DH. He only had like 6 at bats. He's fine.
Regardless,
he had 9. He had 9 at bats.
Did he actually have 9 at bats?
He went 4 for 4 and got walked 5 times.
Yeah, his first 4 at bats were 2 doubles and 2 homers.
So dumb.
That's ridiculous. And I mean, I know he's only a DH, but I mean, mentally, you're still checked into those games.
Yeah, 100%.
So I'll tell you that was actually like watching that game last night. That's where being like thorough manager and having a game plan, no matter what that game plan may be, really counted. And I'm not saying either manager did anything wrong. I actually thought the Schneider did a great job consistently walking guys to put people in force out situations. It was actually very entertaining to watch. It was like watching a chess match inside of a chess match.
Yeah, I mean that's something that every manager, hopefully, going into a series like this or any playoff series, should. So, like, hey, worst case scenario, if we go 20 innings tonight, what's our plan?
What's
I
your
mean,
plan?
you gotta have some kind of something in place, right? You
Mhm.
would think an emergency situation. I mean, it's kind of hard to plan for that. You can only plan so much for it, but you have to have some kind of an idea. Well, like once it gets to a certain point, then like what are you gonna do
Yeah.
here? Especially
What are
when
you
you
gonna
got
do?
one of your pitchers pitching tomorrow, playing in the
Playing in the
like hitting.
field.
He got intentionally walked 4 times in a row between the 9th and 15th inning, and then the 17th inning they pitched around him and he got walked.
He basically got intentionally walked.
Yeah.
Oh
Incredible
man.
to watch.
It's ridiculous. I mean, 9 plate appearances, 4 for 4 with 9 getting on base 9 times. How many runs did he score? Probably not that many because there was no runs scored at all. He scored 3 runs and had 3 ribbies. I mean, what else can you say? It's just it's just ridiculous what he's been able to do. And Teoscar as well. It feels like it's impossible to get him out in clutch situations, especially. But yeah, the pitching staffs are completely and utterly demolished. Just looking at the box score last night, and you just don't see this many names at a box score very often. 10 guys for the Dodgers, 9 guys for the Blue Jays. That's 19 total pitchers last night in 18 innings.
And there are still people who stay in the stands and keep like the actual handwritten, box score.
Oh yeah.
They're flipping
What
pages.
do you do when it's 18? You just go to the next page.
You got to go to the next page.
Yeah.
Got there. You don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice.
I haven't score kept in so long, but I don't know that I ever kept score for a extra inning game that I had to make that decision.
I mean, did you ever have to keep score for any reason?
We did in high school. Somebody had to normally the managers would do it, but like sometimes they wouldn't be there that day or whatever. So I would always say like I'll do it if I'm not playing. Keeps you invested in the game.
Gives you something to do.
Yeah.
I was always we always had to do it as pitchers. Like if you were pitching the next day, you were either charting pitches. I mean, there's a couple different charts going on, but usually you have a rotation as like one of the starters that you have to do the book at some point against the team that you pitch against or have already pitched against, and you have to do pitch charts. Usually, spray charts always go to some kind of a hitter.
Yeah, spray charts would go to a hitter, and then pitcher tendency charts would go to a pitcher, and then they would relay information to you as you go along the game.
Yeah. So that's why I was wondering with you, Dusty. I'm like, when's the last time you had to chart? Like, because I don't think just because players don't have to chart very often.
Well, now you have iPads for all this shit.
He says, yeah, that's cool. I actually know a bunch of guys like that too. My buddy Jeff does that at every Oriole game. It keeps you invested. It gives you something to do. Keeps you off your phone, which is part of going to a baseball game. I think is like get off your phone and enjoy the game kind of thing.
Eat a hot dog, drink a beer.
Laura said it's 84. Feels like 94 in Tampa. Laura, go away.
Go away, Laura.
What's the temperature with you guys right now? I know you guys said it was cooling off.
It's like 58 here, but it's windy as shit outside, so it feels cold outside. Inside, it's fine.
It was 60 degrees in my house until I turned the heat on. Let's see here what the weather is.
64 in my house right now. It's supposed to be like low mid 60s the rest of the week. So
yeah, 50, 53 right now, 60 today, and I think Joe said it's raining and windy there. Oh man, we're getting into cold season just in time for spooky season.
So
it's 52 degrees. 52 degrees here in Baltimore.
Does any other player in MLB history have two walk-off home runs in the World Series? I don't know if anybody does.
David Ortiz.
Does he have more than one?
That might have been the CS. That might have been the CS.
The CS was the one where he hit that grand slam. Walk-off home run, World Series. I'm gonna look it up. We'll see, but I think it's probably gonna be a hard It's like a weird thing to look up.
Do you think this helps Toronto a little bit with them burning their bullpen so much?
Does it help Toronto or
Yeah.
hurt Toronto? I don't know. I mean, it just kind of depends.
know.
It depends on how the pitching match goes tonight, I think, right? Because they have a night off after tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's travel day.
So I think if both of the starters can go 6 or 7, which, I mean, that's a tall task for sure. And there's shorter leashes in the World Series. But if it's kind of a pitcher's duel tonight, then I think long term it won't affect the series all that much. But I think tonight's game, like if it's a high scoring game and they're going to have to use a bunch of arms again, I think that probably does favor the Blue Jays, just because they have. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't. The Dodgers bullpen is just like a bunch of starters that are converted into bullpen arms, for the most part, at least. So maybe they have more stamina, but also they're not used to pitching out of the bullpen. So I don't really know how that would affect it. You probably have a better perspective on this, Brooks. What are your thoughts on it?
It's hard to say. Who technically has the better bullpen, right? I mean, that's who it's going to favor.
The Blue Jays.
So that's who it should favor. And yeah, Laura, I just looked it up. They do play tomorrow. It's 2-3-2.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. My bad.
Oh, it's 2-3-2.
Yeah.
Freddie Freeman is the only player that has 2 walk-off home runs in the World Series. There's only been like 15 of them ever. The first one was a guy named Tommy Henrich for the Yankees. The second it was a guy named Dusty Rhodes. And he hit it off Bob Lemon.
Oh, wow.
I think a Hall of Famer, Bob Lemon. Eddie Matthews did it. Bill Mazeroski did it. Mickey Mantle, Carlton Fisk, not Carson. Kirk Gibson, Mark McGuire, Kirby Puckett, Joe Carter, Chad Curtis, Derek Jeter, Alex Gonzalez, Scotty Pods, David
Podsednik, get out of here. Why does
David Freese,
up?
Max Muncy, Adolis, and then Freddie twice. And that's it. That's the whole list.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it favors whoever has the better bullpen, just because, I mean, wearing down a bullpen is a part of the game. So I don't know.
Lauer pitched, I think, like 70, 75 pitches, and I don't think that's even remotely close to what he normally throws. Like, he probably throws like 20 or 30. So he's definitely toast for the day. He's done for the day.
He's done in the next 2 days, probably.
2 days, yeah.
Wow. He's done until they go back to Toronto.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm. So so it could be helping the Blue Jays here. I mean, but I mean, at the same rate, Blue Jays used a ton of bullpen as well. So it's like, all right, who has the better bullpen and who has better bullpen stamina? I don't know. I don't know the answer. We're going to find out, I guess. It's also harder. You have to look into the matchups against these guys as well, in terms of pitching versus the other lineup. But I think it does even it out a little bit. I think this is going to level the playing field a little bit for everybody.
This definitely look, I understand that the Dodgers got the win yesterday, but this definitely levels the playing field. It probably should even out the odds for the series if the Blue Jays happen to win tomorrow, which makes it 2-2, and it's an even Steven, best of 3 series. But I think that would actually turn in the table toward the Blue Jays if they happen to be able to win tonight.
What did you guys think about the George Springer injury? It looks like he was grabbing his side like immediately. He kind of fouled a ball off and immediately went to his side, his back. Not 100% sure like what area, but usually that kind of issue is like a lingering issue, sort of similar to like a hamstring or abdomen or anything in that area of the body where you're creating a lot of torque. I don't have high hopes that he's going to be able to play moving forward in the series, and I'm not 100% sure what everyone's saying. I think in theory there's I guess there's a way you could try to play through it or whatever, but I think if he's missing for the rest of the series, that's going to be a big hit for Toronto because we talked about it ad nauseum last week after he hit those clutch homers. Like, he's one of the best postseason hitters we've seen in the last 20 years. So
it's a massive blow. It's a massive blow. He's a clutch hitter, and he probably was guessing overcompensating because he fouled that ball off his knee in the CS.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a massive blow. Who knows if he's going to be able to go? I mean, look, does he just get injected with one of those like Toradol shots and try to like fight through it? Who fucking knows? Yeah. But I mean, he's a fighter. He's he's always there in the postseason. I don't see why he wouldn't try to do anything possible. And if he doesn't play, it means that he's really hurt that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think that's where it's at. If he can figure out a way to get through it and make the pain not as bad as it's not on his mind the entire time is the best way to, I guess, the best way to put it. He's going to play. He'll figure out a way to play, but during the season, probably not. He's got all off season now to rest it. But if he's not playing, I'm with Brian. I think it's a pretty rough injury. I did not see this though.
Wearing an Apple Watching game one. Is he not allowed to do that? I assume.
I don't know.
Probably not.
I don't know.
Is Kershaw stretched out to go long? I would imagine he's probably ready to throw 3 or 4 or 5 innings if he needs to. But based on what I've seen of his use in the postseason, just in general, I don't think Dave Roberts would want him out there for that long unless the game was at a hand, maybe. So I don't know. I'm sure he can. And also he's retiring at the end of the year anyway. So who cares if he gets hurt? I'm sure, he doesn't want to get hurt. But
is he
he's going to
stretched?
do everything. He's going to do everything he can to do what he can to win for the team. So
if
he has to, he'll do it, but I doubt it.
Yeah, see my statement about Springer. He's a fighter. I mean,
short answer, he's stretched out to he's ready to go long if he needs to. And what Dusty said, do they want him to? No, but they may not have a choice here coming up. So we'll see. To answer his question, he can go. He can go as long as they need him to go.
Mm-hmm. I'll put it this way. It's a different dynamic of a World Series than I think the three of us have ever seen. It really puts something new that we've never seen before. Usually you get like the same kind of games, either, blowouts or real close games. This one was so extended that it's really going to make, once again, going back to the chess reference, it's going to make a lot of chess pieces move on the board.
Yeah. We're going to see. It's going to be an interesting, certainly tonight and tomorrow night. I think it's going to be an interesting few nights in baseball to see what these managers do, see who's playing, who's not playing, what's going to go on. Clayton Chokeshaw could give the Blue Jays a series. You can say all the things you want about him in the postseason. But his numbers in the regular season are, they're probably the best ever of any starter I've ever seen. He's got like a 2.6 ERA in his career.
His ERA declined for the first 11 years of his career, which is crazy.
By the way, he was 11-2 with a 3.35 this year. Just want to say that.
Back to the
his
Apple
career
Watch.
ERA is 2.5.
The Apple Watch. I want to touch on this. Picktown. Zach brings up a good point. What's this about here?
I think you're allowed to use Apple Watches or some kind of device in what was it? Is it like high school, college, or something like that? I feel like there was something going on for a while. And I feel like it was college this year that people were wearing an Apple Watch or some kind of device on their wrist and relaying signals that way. Not pitches being pitches from the catcher to the pitcher, if that makes sense. Instead of the pitch com.
Yeah, pitch com thing.
And I can't remember where I saw that. I feel like it was in the College World Series stuff, but I can't remember.
So it's you don't know it's an Apple Watch based on the pictures I'm looking at on Twitter. It's under his long sleeve blue Under Armour, and it just looks like a watch on his wrist, but you can't tell it's an Apple Watch or not. Technically,
let me see if I can find it.
So I'm pulling it up on here right now.
That's just so blatant.
Yeah, but if you look at this picture, you're gonna realize this. I think this is just the internet kind of going a little crazy with the old Astros shit. Because look, you can tell he looks like he has.
Could be a whoop. Could be a whoop.
But it could be anything. It could be a freaking Timex.
That's not that.
You know what I mean?
I'm guessing it's probably a whoop. But
I don't know what the hell that means.
It's it regulates your heart rate.
Oh, okay, got it.
It's
a little black
rate
strap you see people wear sometimes.
Yeah.
But even if it is an Apple Watch, really, I guess what you could be doing is giving location for catcher setting up, what I was pissed off about from the Mariners.
Who?
The dugout to the batter.
Okay.
Yeah, one buzz or something for inside, 2 buzzes for outside. There's probably a way to do it. But yeah, it's It kind of looks to me like more like a whoop than anything, but
Yeah, I don't know.
know.
I
But
think
I'm
it's a
sure
little.
with him being in the center of some other stuff, the internet's is gonna go crazy with that.
Whatever. Yeah.
I wonder if a whoop. I mean, I wonder if a whoop is a what? How does the rule read? Does the rule say like any kind of electronic device, like heart
I'm
I
sure
have
monitor
no idea.
device?
Zach probably knows that
Yeah,
off the top of his head.
or anything that can send a signal. I guess I don't know. I'm not sure.
Other baseball news, unless you guys have other stuff on the World Series, like anything you guys want to look forward to in particular, we already kind of talked about.
I'm
The
kind of
pitching
looking
stuff we're
forward to
gonna
see
get to.
what Otani's going to look like tonight. Because I mean, I
Uh,
know he's DHing, but like it's still going to take a toll on your legs. He was stealing bases. He's running the bases. Mentally, you're in there. Your legs are going to take a toll. I mean, your muscles in general, just being in the batter's box, taking swings and stuff like that, is going to take a toll. So
this
I'm
is probably a
kind
backup catcher game too. You got to think
of
about it.
interested. Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see what his velo is going to look like. I mean, this could be nothing, and he's going to come out running on adrenaline, probably throwing 100 miles an hour anyway. But I'm just interested to see what he looks like after, because we've never seen this before. So
Yeah. It's something that you get to watch, and the great unknown is actually pretty fun here in baseball.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a lot of fun if Toronto can somehow win this. Can
and
somehow
think
win.
about those adrenaline dumps when like Otani's up there at bat. Like, I mean, going up to a bat, being in the box, seeing pitches in front of all the fans, like your adrenaline is naturally going to be way higher than it would be just sitting on the bench charting pitches. So innately, you're going to be tired. You're going to be draining energy using fuel.
Mhm.
So it's
100%,
it's just interesting. I'm excited to see what it's going to be like.
Mhm.
Well, look, it seems
So
like he performs for the home games. His last 2 home games in the
he
playoffs,
does.
he is a combined 7 for 7 with 5 homers, 2 doubles, and however
Don't
many
don't.
walks,
That's not real.
6 innings, and
I know
10,
it's real,
10,
but it's not. That's not
10
real.
strikeouts.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, and that's in 2 games. Yeah, it's
Remember when
crazy.
they were saying like he wasn't playing, like he was choking this playoffs at the beginning of the playoffs,
Yeah, he had a
and
bad
now
series.
we see what he's done.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Special players rise to the occasion when
He's
when the
swinging a
moments are biggest, and
lightsaber.
he is It's every time he swings it, it's going over the fence, and it's
feels like he
Oppo,
barrels everything, dude.
and it feels like it's Oppo every time too, which I love because
I love Apo Tacos.
I just love his approach. He just seems like he wants to go to left center every time, and when he pulls it, it goes into fucking outer space. But yeah.
This could be one of those games where you try to play small ball, get the lead early, and then just try to like maybe Johnny Holstaff it. An inning here, an inning there, an inning here, an inning there from each pitcher that you can pull out that hasn't gassed himself from the day prior.
Yeah.
I mean, the methodologies, it's weird. How do you want to attack the day? And that would be if I'm managing the team, not I ever will manage a Major League Baseball team, but
Yeah.
I'd try to get like a 1 or 2 run lead, like by small ball and stealing, get things going in motion, get that lead, and then just Johnny Holstaff it inning by inning by inning. Do the Tony La Russa thing.
I was
Yeah, best
interested
case
last
scenario,
night
right?
in Schneider's decision. I think it was the 12th. It was around the 12th inning where he decided to pinch run for Alejandro Kirk and used his last guy off the bench. And I was really interested in that in particular because Dalton Varsho, who's the center fielder for the Blue Jays, came up actually as a catcher. And when he was with Arizona, he was catching and playing center field. That was like part of the reason they traded for him. He's a freak athlete. He can do all these kind of things.
He had so
But I
many
was wondering.
last night.
He had so many put-ups. I was wondering, like, if it
first
came
baseman.
down to it, and they had to get into a weird situation, would Varsho go behind the dish? He hasn't caught in a couple of years. But I was thinking about that when they pinch ran for Kirk. I was like, well, if they really, really need to, Varsho can go behind the dish. But I don't know what the situation would have to, or if somebody got hurt, maybe. Yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, the game last night speaks for itself. It was ridiculous. It was long. I'm sure a lot of people didn't stay up and watch it, but they're finding out this morning that Freddie Freeman is, I mean, he's putting himself a Hall of Fame playoff career together on top of his Hall of Fame regular career.
It was funny. He came up a couple times to be able to end the game. I want to say it was the 3rd time he came up to end the game is when he actually ended the game.
2 different times he came up, and if he had hit a single, they would have won. And then another time he came up, if he would have hit a homer, they would have won. So he was.
Well,
I think it was the 4th time he came up to the plate with a chance to win the game.
So hand up, I fell asleep in like the 4th inning. I woke up. I woke up and it was like the 10th. I woke up again. It was like the 16th. It's my turn. Caitlin's working today, so I'm taking care of Banks at night when he wakes up. So every time I woke up, and it's like the one time it was like 2:30. I'm like, it's in the fucking 16th inning or something. Like,
yeah. That's when you just got to be like, all right, I got to watch the rest of this thing. You're like,
I mean, obviously, Brooks, you get reprieve. You got the baby, but or you got the kiddo, but the 4th inning is impressive. What time of night is that?
It's like
9 p.m.
It's
probably like 9:30, 10, maybe.
People even remember Freddie Freeman played for the Braves. Yeah. What sucks for him is that the year that the Braves actually won the World Series was the year that he was hurt. I believe. Or no. Acuna was hurt. He wasn't hurt. He was a hero for them as well. Mm. Yeah, because he hit a big homer in that series too. What am I thinking? Acuna was hurt.
But yeah, I would like. I watched everything this morning, and it felt like Freddie Freeman hit a wall scraper like 3 times in extras, like before he hit a home run. Like Varsho was out there. He made like it felt like 4 or 5 catches at the warning track during extras.
He should have stayed on the warning track. There's no reason to have his feet in the grass whatsoever. The balls were just hitting the warning track.
Her pops is 82 and he made it to the 8th inning. Come on, yeah.
There you go.
That's.
I'm more of an early to bed, early to rise guy.
All right, we have other baseball stuff to talk about, and we'll get to the Orioles manager here after these couple things I want to get out of the way. Steven Strasburg has joined the staff at San Diego State as a special assistant to head coach Kevin Vance. That's really good news. I like seeing Steven Strasburg in baseball. Yes. Especially at San Diego State. That's where he made a name for himself and he got that high draft pick buzz. And he was an unbelievable player when he was healthy in the MLB. Just had those lingering, nagging injuries, and that I think it was his neck ultimately that did him in. No,
his hand. He couldn't. He had nerve damage in his hand.
Okay, that's what it was.
He couldn't feel. He basically couldn't feel the ball anymore. At least that's what I remember.
Yeah. We love that as the Rothschild family because that's one of the schools we root for. That's where our uncle played baseball at as well. So we love seeing him join the baseball program over there.
And podcast favorite Tony Gwynn. What's that, coach? I'm a big Tony Gwynn guy, as Brian knows. And Aroldis Chapman came out in an interview and said basically that if the only contract that was offered to him in baseball was the New York Yankees, he would retire on the spot before going back to New York. I don't know what happened in New York. I don't know what happened, but he's on the Red Sox now. He said, no way, not even dead. If I were told I was being traded to New York, I'd pack my things and go home. I'd retire right on the spot if that happens. I'm not crazy. Never again. That's what that's his exact quote. It's been translated from Spanish, but that's
I like
that's
it.
basically what he said.
The Orioles need a closer.
Well, he got extended by Boston.
I know he did. I know he did.
We do need
but if we want to trade for him, and he hates the Yankees that much,
that Veronica Vaughn.
That Veronica Vaughn. And other than that, the biggest news of the baseball weekend is Orioles have hired their new manager. His name is Craig Albernaz, not Alcatraz. He's like a young, he was a bench coach for Cleveland. You guys probably have more information on this. I found this out like late at one night.
Yeah, bench coach for Cleveland. Before that, he was one of the bullpen coaches in San Francisco. And then before that, he was in Tampa for a while. And I think he actually came up with Tampa as a player as well. I saw somewhere that he hit the Durham Bull in a grand slam on somebody posted
he was
a video
catcher,
of it.
I believe.
Yeah, catcher. Mm-hmm. So, everything that I'm seeing is positive. Everything I'm reading is positive. Everybody has kind of notched him in as the manager and waiting somewhere. They all knew he was going to get a manager job. This seemed like the best fit. He had opportunities last year that he pulled his name from because he didn't feel like they were the right fit, and he just went back to Cleveland. So
I'm not going to say we're the biggest baseball savants in the world. We know a bunch of people that know this. I've never heard of this man's name in my life. Like, not
Me
even
neither.
remotely close.
Yeah.
So how is this guy sought after commodity and none of us have heard of it? Maybe Zach has, Pigtown. I don't know anything about this.
When we
This guy.
hired him, Sean Foy, who's like one of our most locked in friends, said he was like one of the guys that's been floated around quite heavy in the last offseason or two. So I think he was a guy that a lot of people around the league know, but probably just not. You're not going to know the bench coach for the Indians off the top of your head. It's just not going to happen. Sorry, the Guardians. But I mean, I feel like this was always going to happen as long as if it wasn't like Flaherty or somebody who played for us, it was always going to be. If it was going to be one of these bench guys, we probably were never going to have heard of him. So I personally, I don't think highly of him. I don't think lowly of him. I have no idea what to think. The Boston accent thing, I don't know if I like that or not. Not 100% sure.
I don't know either.
Apparently his wife is a librarian. Big fan of that.
I looked her up. She's
seems like he's a winner on and off the field.
Mm-hmm. That's what it said on our
group chat. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you've been reading our Twitter lately, Twitter's about to get spicy.
It's twatting. We're twatting. It's pretty good.
It's tweety twatty.
It's gonna get good because the brains behind that operation has a big one.
So I wonder if Mancelino is offered a role back in the organization. I would assume he would be offered a role back in the organization. Will he take that? Is he going to be going somewhere else? I'm interested to see. I'm sure this Alvarez guy is going to be bringing in his own crew, or him and Elias are going to be working to bring in a new crew of bench coaches. I don't know what that means for Buck Britton or Tony Mancelino or any of the bench coaches or the base coaches. What's going to go on there? Do you guys have any thought on that? Do you think we'll keep some people in house? Do you think it'll be a lot of outside hires? What are your thoughts?
Brooks, I'm going to go real quick because I have no freaking idea. So, I mean, this is literally I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I'm going to sit back and watch on this one. Normally, I'd have an opinion. I know baseball, but I don't follow the intricacies of the major leagues. This guy is completely out of left field for me, or as we say, right field. So I'm going to sit back and watch. I have no clue.
I mean, nobody really has a clue right until it happens. You would hope we would keep Buck Britton in there because everybody felt like he was possibly the manager in waiting. With all the openings around the league, I mean, I know some of them have been filled. I could see him going elsewhere. I mean, if he's as good and as well respected as you think he is, that would probably be the first person that he's calling. I would imagine, right? So after that, I don't think it's a bad thing to get some new voices in the clubhouse. To be honest with you, I don't know where he's going to be pulling from. I don't know if he's going to be pulling from Cleveland. Is he pulling from Tampa? Is he pulling from San Francisco? I don't know. I don't know where his where everything lies with all of that. So, but I do think it's not going to be a bad thing to get new voices in the clubhouse. Tony looks like Timu Craig. But like I said, everything I've read of him, he's a really good communicator. He knows the game. He's willing to push back on things that he disagrees with. So if this was everyone's thing where they thought Hyde was a yes man, from everything I've read about him, he is the opposite of that. One of the reasons why Stephen Vogt brought him in was to be that guy, to challenge him on certain things. So, and the guy believes in playing fundamental baseball and doing the little things the right way from what I've read about him. And that's kind of what Cleveland does. They play the game the right way. They play small ball. They play good fundamental baseball. And that's how they figure out ways to win all the time.
And that's awesome because how many times have we complained on this very podcast that the Orioles don't know how to get runners over, don't know how to get guys in from third, and don't know how to do the little things. Exactly.
Situational hitting.
I love a guy
that
has
defensive things.
Has that kind of voice. And defensive, hitting cutoff men and then doing that kind of stuff. And just
small things like, hey, how to receive
with the ball.
Knowing where to go with the ball, how to receive throws. I mean,
and I'm so glad you bring that up, Brooksy, and I'm cutting you off, and I'm cutting you off intentionally because watching the World Series game last night, that ball from Teoscar, right field, phenomenal fundamentals. Great man, great job hitting the cutoff man. Cutoff man already had body turned, going toward the plate, got the guy out at home. I mean, that was unbelievable.
Will Smith was sitting there with the ball, and he could have done his taxes while he was waiting for that guy to get to home plate.
I mean, that's such.
How many good plays did we see in the hole? Like, how many good plays did Tommy Edman make at second base last night? The glove flips that he made in extras. I mean, those are really tough plays to make, especially when the bases are loaded in the bottom of the 12th in the freaking World Series or top of the 12th, whatever.
And see, like a lot. And look, I'm not knocking the casual fan, but watching that relay was like watching a Monet in motion. It was unbelievable to watch. Just everything was done to perfection.
And what was Buck's? And what was Buck and Dickerson's like biggest thing that the two biggest things that they cared about the most? Relays and fucking receiving tags. That was like two of their biggest points of emphasis all the time. Like it's going to get you extra outs, right? And not only that, that's something that we've struggled with, and also just like situational baseball on defense in terms of keeping guys off second base, keeping guys from taking an extra base or whatever it's going to be. Setting up correctly to have and throwing a ball so you have the ability to cut a ball. I mean, it's just. It's a ton of little things in fundamental baseball that got lost here the last couple of years. It felt like,
and there's no analytical data that can actually. You want to do that defensive plus WAR bullshit? I could care less. There's no analytics that are going to tell me that you know how a relay works. All right, be in the right position. Be there.
Yep. So,
and how you receive the ball and how you're turning. I mean, when watching him receive that ball and turn, his body was already moving when the ball was being received to go. That's
a big part of it, but maybe the outfielder trying to throw it on the glove side of that player.
Glove side, yeah.
I mean, it's not always going to happen that way, but that should be where you're aiming. Regardless, you should be turned. The fielder, like you said, should figure out a way to get turned before the ball gets there. But it's just stupid small things that we just lost along the way.
And we lost so many games because of not just one play, but like the snowball effect that has. Like, you make one stupid mistake, and then all of a sudden they get an extra at bat, and then they hit a 3-run homer, and then all of a sudden you're down by. You know what I mean? It can lead to so many worse things, and I feel like we lost so many games specifically because of that, or really because we didn't grab the momentum when it was available. And people who watch sports and they're all analytics, I get it. There's a lot of numbers out here now, and we should be watching all that stuff too. But momentum is a real thing. It's in every sport.
Without a
when
doubt.
You feel like you're going downhill, it's a lot easier. When your guys are going right, it's a lot easier. When you're not in a slump, when you're hot, you're on a hot streak. It's a real thing. And I think that gets lost. So, when we have second and third, no outs, and we get no runs out of it, I mean, that's a momentum killer. That gives all of the momentum to the other team, and we have to execute in those little situations just to, get runs on the board, keep the vibes high throughout the season. We have to do a better job of being more consistent about that stuff, and I hope this guy is the answer.
Yeah. So all that to say, everything I've read about it seems like he is that guy, and hopefully he brings that kind of fire into the locker room in terms of focusing on those kind of things, and hopefully he brings guys in as assistants, whoever he's going to choose to bring in, choose to keep. If he could reach out to Buck and Manzolino, whoever, and they could say, no, we're going somewhere else. And honestly, guys, there's still openings out there. Buck Britton could get a job.
Really could.
So who knows? So it's all up in the air. So who knows who he's going to bring in, but he's coming into a tough situation in terms of he's going to be expected a lot of here right away. People are going to expect him to win pretty quickly, which I don't disagree with, and I think that's tough for him. Like he's coming into a good situation. Yeah, he's coming into a good situation in terms of a team and talent, and you have a core. Obviously, we have holes that we need to address this offseason and everything like that, but he's coming into a situation where he's expected to win right away. It's not like he's going
to have all the teams are good in the division.
Yeah. And it's not like he's going to Miami, who he turned down a job or took his name out of the hat, or a Chicago White Sox where he took out of the hat. Cause he's not going to those situations where he might have a little bit of leeway to build. He's gonna be expected to go right away, but he knows that, but he also knows that he took this job because he's in a good situation in terms of the team. So
108 wins. That's a lot.
I'm just let's just sit back, give him a fair shot. Give him a fair shot. I mean, let him go out there and do it.
I say make Ben McDonald in a tree stand your pitching coach.
If they're 500, after 20 games, we don't need to fire them, guys.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you have to go into the season looking at the division. The Blue Jays are in the World Series. The Yankees were favorites to go to the World Series, if not win the World Series. The Red Sox were a very good team this year, especially in the first half of the year, early part of the year, and their guys are very young. They're going to get better. And the Devil Rays are always there. And I still call them the Devil Rays, and I don't care. Sorry. They're going to be called the Devil Rays until the day I die because I do it without thinking. But, I mean, all of those teams are good, and we're going to have to play a ton of our games against those teams. So just, temper your expectations a little bit, but hopefully we're able to be a little bit more healthy than last year, and we'll be able to bring a new mindset to the table.
Well, look, there's hope now, right? So we all get to smile, we get to talk positivity, and we get to think about what may be. And that's nice compared to what we had to talk about last year, where it felt like we were literally digging a hole every single week, just on this podcast, but also
the same shit
every game. Because it was getting bad for not just the three of us, the town, the team,
and that's just baseball. The season's so long; it's so hard to look at one week and be like, "Oh, this team was a disaster. This is a microcosm of the season." Yeah, I get it, but you can pick and choose whatever week you want to. It's just such a long season.
I know injuries are not an excuse, but I mean, when your whole freaking starting staff is down, injuries become an excuse at some point. I mean, it's like I think it was the
we don't have any pitchers left.
I think it was the Colts that said that I think McAfee said this about Peyton. They were talking about hey, he was working on something, and
I know exactly what you're talking about.
He's like, but we can't have Peyton get hurt. He's like, but if he does, I need to work on this to make sure he gets. I'm gonna tell you something right now. If he gets hurt, season's over.
It's over. It was. I want to say it was Bruce Arians, but I don't think it was him. It was one of those front office guys or whatever. But I know exactly what you're talking. I've seen this clip before.
Speaking of McAfee, did you see the kid from Vanderbilt?
Yeah,
the field goal kick.
Flushed it.
That dude pieced that thing. I thought he was going to hit the building.
And he did the McAfee golf celebration afterwards too. The wherewithal on the kid. He knew what he was.
The wherewithal.
Well, he had a plan, and he executed the plan. We've been talking about that a lot today.
I mean, that dude, he cleared that from 50.
Oh, he had kicked some field goals in his life. That's 100%. Do you guys want to move into football, or you have any other baseball stuff you want to talk about before we move on?
No, I think that's just for me. That's
just excited. Hopefully this new guy brings a new voice into the clubhouse, and honestly, the players got to go out there and play. So
yeah. All right, we have put a bow on baseball for the day. If you guys watched that 18-inning game last night, you got more to come. These next 2 days are going to be awesome. A lot of good baseball left to be played. Hopefully, we're not going to be finishing this out in LA.
Can we hit college first before we do NFL?
100%. I want to hit college first because the first thing I wanted to bring up was Brian Kelly has been fired by the LSU Tigers. They have lost 3 games. They were preseason top.
Oh, I thought that was his family.
He hasn't won all his games yet. Yeah, you have.
I don't watch ESPN in the morning very often, but yesterday I was massively hungover and I just didn't feel like getting up to change the channel on my TV. And Rex Ryan was absolutely lambasting Brian Kelly. And it was hilarious. And they were making fun of him so much for that interview that he did when he went in and he tried to do the accent and everything. And it's just like everyone knew you were a phony immediately.
It never worked. It never seemed like he fit. It just didn't feel like he ever fit in the SEC.
And was it when they hired him? It's the first thing I thought. That doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work.
And isn't it funny how the role reversal happened? He left Notre Dame, and his direct quote was he felt like he couldn't win a national title because of Notre Dame. And now Notre Dame is like always in the national title.
My first thought was the Penn State job's open. If Brian Kelly, and we've said this before, but if Brian Kelly gets the Penn State job, I mean, I will laugh. I don't know that I'll stop laughing. I might turn into the Joker.
I think Chris Merrick might actually I might turn into the Joker.
I don't know if I'll stop laughing forever. I'll be the happiest guy on the planet.
I got any scars?
As my refrigerator is about 3 inches from my face right now because
it's moving toward you.
Yeah, if you guys were wondering why I'm William Perry today, it's because I've been having refrigerator issues today. So I just, I figured I'd lean into it a little bit.
I really think Matt Campbell from Iowa State is going to get some looks. The gentleman from Arizona State is going to get some looks.
What do you think about Godfather offer to Marcus Freeman and just be like, hey, we're just gonna take the young fucking balls to the wall head coach, and I know they ran the Notre Dame thing already, but this guy seems like a completely different guy than Brian Kelly, right? Do we think that's a possibility?
And we're in terms of where Penn State, LSU?
No,
where?
LSU. If you're LSU and you want like a dog mentality and a guy who knows defense and a young guy who's going to relate to the players, I mean, I don't know. It's just a thought I had. I'm not sure.
I think
no, that's fair. I mean, it's a fair thought, but I no.
Notre Dame has enough money to outbid anybody, or at least match a bid. So I think if you went and got an offer from one of these schools and Freeman truly wants to stay there, you go back to Notre Dame and be like, hey, here's what I got, and they'll probably match it or go above. I don't see why they wouldn't unless you want out of there. I mean, the only place I can see Freeman going is back to his alma mater. I mean,
and that's Ohio State. And he ain't going there because Ryan Day's solidified himself after winning a national title.
Yeah.
But
Freeman. So you like Matt Campbell from Iowa State? You said him. You mentioned him for the Penn State job too. You just like that guy. You think he's going to get a big time job?
I think he's a very viable candidate. He always seems to put something together. I love the guy. I can't think of his name right now. From Arizona State, the coach Cam Scadaboo. He's a hot topic. But the problem with him too. The hot candidates are all coaching at their current alma maters. So that you have that allegiance. That's always in your heart.
Kenny Dillingham is his name, by the way. No. Arizona State guy.
Well, Lane Kiffin, is he I don't even know what Lane Kiffin's alma mater is.
I don't know what Lane Kiffin's alma mater is either, but
I don't think Lane Kiffin knows what is on him.
Yeah. Apparently Florida's made 2 pushes at him, and he's still just not budging.
Apparently Florida offered him a fucking bag. Yeah. That's what the
well, he's not going to say anything. They're not going to come out with it yet, I'm sure.
To be believed, but he might end up coaching for every SEC team by the end of this.
Here you go.
He also was talking shit on Brett Venables yesterday on McAfee, which I love too.
Laura, the answer to your question is probably Penn State. Florida has to deal with the competition of Miami and Florida State, and when you're in terms of recruiting.
I get that, but also it's SEC money, and I think SEC money trumps all. I know Penn State is one of the biggest non-SEC schools. In terms of if you're trying to win the national championship, it's easier road for Penn State, and they can still recruit. Yeah. But I would say getting one of those premier SEC jobs, and maybe because Florida hasn't been relevant for quite a while, it seems like a lesser job, but it's not, in my opinion. I think that's still one of the top 10 jobs in the country. And I think LSU is one of the top 10 jobs in the country. And it seemed like Brian Kelly just went there and put it on cruise control, and he didn't care.
LSU's the best job open, period. I mean, look, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get this out of the way. The last 3 coaches prior to Brian Kelly won national titles. One is Nick Saban. All right, he's a Hall of Famer. All right, let's put him to the side. The other one was Les Miles. The other one was Ed Ogeron. Like them both, they're not Hall of Fame style coaches. That just means you have so much talent coming in that you don't need to be a Hall of Fame coach in order to win at LSU. Mm-hmm. At Florida, the last 2 national championships were Steve Spurrier and Urban Meyer. And those are Hall of Fame guys.
Yeah.
Penn State, what was it? Joe Pa, Hall of Famer. So you get that talent at LSU. You don't have to be amazing as a coach in order to win at LSU. The other schools, you have to be.
Arkansas, baby, best SEC job. Yeah, in basketball, not
in basketball, or baseball.
Football. They spend all their money on basketball, dude.
Big badminton school too.
No, but yeah, I'm with you. I think LSU is a top 5 job. Like if you got rid of all.
What's the best job in college football? Is it Bama?
I mean,
Texas?
no.
Ohio State, probably.
You think so?
I
I would
think
go Ohio State.
Texas, Ohio State. I mean, look where the money is. Texas, Ohio
Georgia,
State.
Texas, Ohio State, Bama.
You're
Yeah.
1A, 1B, 1C, 1D. I mean, what do you
10
want?
years ago, you'd have said USC, but they're probably not in there anymore.
Yeah, you go where the
maybe
money
they
is
still
and where
are,
the
I don't know.
talent is, and I mean, all the talent's down in the South. It's Louisiana has a ton of 5 stars. I mean, so obviously we know what Florida is.
Yeah.
You get a ton of talent out of Pennsylvania, Ohio as well, and
Even-
obviously
I
the
mean,
DMV
even-
area.
Like Bama,
So-
Auburn, Georgia, you could put pretty much any of those Alabama schools in there. And I know Auburn's probably like the little brother, but they've won several national championships as well.
Mhm.
So, I mean, they're always right there. For me, like if you're just like,
And that
if you
job's
gave
open
me,
too.
if you gave me the pick of the litter, what job am I going to take? I mean,
LSU.
I'm probably of the ones that are open, LSU and then Florida and then Penn State, in my opinion. But also, I hate Penn State,
Yeah.
so I can't be trusted with this.
I'm still going that order. I don't hate Penn State, but I'm still going that order.
Yeah,
I agree.
Who
See,
else-
I don't
who
even
else
think
is there?
I don't even think
Just
Notre
about-
Dame is, Laura, just because I think they shoot themselves in the foot just with not being in a conference at times.
No, see, I think it's the opposite, Brooksy, because they're not in the conference. They have a set
Maybe.
schedule, basically.
pretty much automatically.
You might be right.
Now that
Yeah.
there's 100 teams in the playoffs, they're pretty much in every year.
You might be right.
I don't
yeah.
know.
I don't know either.
But yeah,
Notre Dame's
I
another one of those schools that I have a little weird thing against as well, but not as big.
Fair
as
enough.
Penn State.
The SEC cannibalizes itself a ton, so that's why
Yeah.
I say Notre
That's-
Dame being able to play
But-
Michigan, then they go play USC, then they go play this team, then they go play Toledo, and they can bounce around, play Northwestern.
This is the beauty of the SEC, though, is like right now we're in the middle of it, and it's been the last couple weeks, and it'll be the next couple weeks. There's going to be a bunch of like 2 or 3 lost teams playing each other, and there's going to be a bunch of like spreads inside a touchdown, and basically either team could win, and it's every single matchup. It's Vandy, it's Ole Miss, it's LSU, it's Georgia, it's Alabama, it's Texas, it's Oklahoma. All these teams are good. And so this is like the prime of watching college football in the middle of the season. This was. And now I feel like the playoff has diminished this part of the season just a little bit, because if Ole Miss loses that, or if Ole Miss beats Alabama in that game last week, are we talking that much differently about Ole Miss? Yeah, 5 years ago we are, but right now I don't think we're talking that much differently. They're probably going to make the playoffs anyway. So that game didn't matter all that much. When I missed when that game mattered more. But
this, but
whatever.
it just moves it back a couple weeks. I mean,
I guess, yeah, but I don't know. I'd much rather see Ole Miss versus Alabama matter than Ole Miss versus Toledo in the first round of the playoffs. And I'm shitting a lot on Toledo.
We keep bringing up
there's going to be some
Toledo.
bullshit. There's going to be some bullshit team. Like, it's not going to be Toledo, but it's going to be some bullshit team in there.
isn't that where
If they're
James Franklin's
shit
going?
That would be great.
Oh,
That'd be great.
speaking of that, the Penn State job, there a lot of guys are looking at, or a lot of people are saying that the guy from Vanderbilt, I forget his name as well, the head coach of Vanderbilt, could be going there. But once again, Vanderbilt is his alma mater.
I know. That's the
And
only thing.
People are also saying, well, you can't go back to the Vanderbilt well because that's where James Franklin came from. That has nothing to do with the guy currently coaching at Vanderbilt.
I agree, but I think the fans of Penn State have that feeling. I don't think it's probably all the way throughout.
Well, then that's why you don't have a Joe Pa statue anymore, okay? Lock it up. All right, get it together.
You see why we hate Penn State? But also, yeah, I'm in agreement with you. He's at his alma mater. They just invested a ton of money into that stadium, into the school, into all their sports, really. And that program has a ton of money to be used. They have a ton of why am I blanking on the word? Boosters.
Booster money.
Boosters.
That
Yeah.
same with IU. We're seeing it with IU right now too. When they're starting to win a little bit and they see it going in the right direction, boosters start coming out of nowhere.
Why has James Madison become a lily pad job for big time head coaches in the SEC and the Big Ten? Because they're talking about the James Madison coach now. Sig was the previous James Madison coach. Now this new guy is getting a lot of pub as well. James Madison got to be like, you got to be kidding me.
They were doing AA powerhouse for a long time. Now what are they in the Sun Belt?
I don't know, but they got a Jack Brown's down there per Brett Ritchie.
Well, the original, right?
Yeah, Jack Brown's. I could say a lot of good things about Jack Brown's.
We all can.
Yeah, what else do I want to? I was going to say, what is Dana Holgerson up to? Can he get one of these jobs?
He's the
combing his
offensive
hair.
coordinator at
I think I know this. It's Matt Rule.
Nebraska. Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
That's the real big
James-
name attached to Penn State
and honestly,
right now is Matt Rule.
And James James Franklin, he did himself a lot of favors, I think, going on game day last week and answering the tough questions. I think he did a great job.
That takes stones, dude. That takes a lot of stones.
What is there an NFL? Is there any NFL names that you could potentially see going back and getting one of these college jobs, or do you think this is going to be not one of those kind of years?
I don't think it's going to be one of those years. Really don't.
It would be interesting, I guess. I mean, there's definitely going to be some coaches fired. I mean, I think Mike McDaniel's on the hot seat for sure. They played well this week. I mean, we saw Brian Callahan get the axe already. I think there's more guys to come. We'll see. Maybe they'll go back and take one of those jobs. Chip Kelly.
See, Chip Kelly's not going to. He's not going to be the coordinator of the Raiders past this year if he even makes through the year.
Yeah, they're off.
I mean, he kind of had a pretty nice little gig there at Ohio State. I mean, we'll see. I don't know.
Who took over for him at Ohio State, I wonder?
I don't know. Not sure.
Oh, it's Brian Hartline, former Dolphins great. Brian Hartline.
Oh, I did see that actually.
Wow.
He was on a podcast like before the year.
Brian Hartline.
Wow.
And by the way, IU is real. That is, I watched that game. That is a real deal fucking team. I know they're number 2 in the country, so I'm not breaking any news here, reinventing the wheel. But watching how they go about their jobs is incredible. That is just a well-oiled machine.
Well, you're going to be losing some money as a result of IU this week to me because we have a gamble. We have a gambling on this. The IU Indiana Hoosiers football team is playing the Maryland Terrapins this week, and the spread is 22.5. At least it was when we looked at it.
I thought it was like 27.
And honestly, I think it should be 50. I think it should be 50. I think they're going to absolutely kill us. And Brian said he doesn't think so. He's taking the points.
I'm taking the points. Because I trust the Terps. Look, we're dirt dogs.
You trust the Terps?
Yes, I do.
They just blew 3 leads in a row.
I need a new beer.
This is the point of the season where the Terps stop playing football and start playing basketball.
I know it's always great. We're 4-0. Like,
we're playing Coppin State on Monday, so we got basketball stuff.
Yeah, but 2 of our starters just got hurt for the year, I believe, too.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yikes! Maryland sports
Can we catch a break here?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Any other college football stuff that you guys want to talk about? There's some coaching carousel stuff we had to get out of the way. Vandy's playing Texas this week, and Texas's quarterback Arch Manning is in concussion protocol, so watch out for that. Also, I think Vandy's just clearly a better team, but the game's in Texas, so it's going to be tough. And also, it is Ohio State Penn State week. It means a lot less this year because Penn State is 3-4. I actually, by the way, are 4-3. So fuck you, Penn State. You're not as good.
I actually like Penn State to cover on this one. It's like 20.5. Yeah.
Okay.
They still have talent other than the quarterback being out.
I mean, they still have talent all over the field. 2, and they're supposed to have like one of the best defenses in the country. They definitely still have a
they're going to lose
putting on the field. Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely have a team worth putting on the field, and they're not throwing their hat out there and just giving up. So I definitely like them to cover. Like they're going to lose by like 10 or 12.
Mm-hmm.
I also like Lane Kiffin after the game after beating Oklahoma, and that kid trying to come up and talk to him was unbelievable. Did you see this?
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, if you haven't, go up and just go look at. Basically, just type in Lane Kiffin onto Twitter and just watch all the videos for the week, because you should just do that every week anyway, because it's entertaining stuff. He is a complete one of one in football.
He's a character for sure.
Yeah. And I love that he's trolling the coaches that he beats and stuff like that. Fuck all.
Yeah, him and Brent Venables were going back.
He just does not give a shit. And I love it. All right, let's move on to the professional side of football.
Go ahead.
We started the week with a not so much of a banger. The Chargers destroyed the Vikings on Thursday Night Football, and Carson Wentz got destroyed so far that he is out for the year. So much that he is out for the year. He got sacked 100 times in this game. I don't know exactly what the number was, but he was
that
running for his
malpractice?
life.
Was that
He was running for his
malpractice?
life. I don't know.
Well, he's the one who decided he wanted to go out there. But did you see? Did
J-
you guys?
I'm
Did you-
sorry,
I'm-
Brooksy.
I
JJ
think
McCarthy
Brett-
was suited up,
Yeah.
and Carson Wentz was blatantly in pain. He wasn't even hiding it. He was like holding his arm at one point. I can't remember which arm it was.
Yeah.
And they wrapped it. And JJ McCarthy is on the sideline, and they kept running Carson Wentz out there, and he was getting his ass whipped. I'm not saying he did a good job. I'm just saying he was getting his ass whipped.
No, he got his
see
ass
the report?
whipped. No.
No.
What was it?
So 2 weeks ago in London, he actually dislocated his shoulder, and in the process, broke a piece of his socket and tore his labrum on that play. And he played the last 2 weeks with that.
And JJ McCarthy's ankle is highly
So,
sprained.
and he, I think they basically came out and said like he wanted to play to give JJ McCarthy more time to get ready. I mean, that says all I need to know about. I got a lot of respect for Carson Wentz, trying to man up and get his and like knowing, hey, I'm the backup. I'm here to fill the void and let him get healthy. That's some balls on that guy. I'm thoroughly impressed with that.
I have a lot of
but
respect.
that's still coaching malpractice. You
Yeah,
can't put a guy out there and let him ruin his body.
I agree with you, Brian. I also, I just don't know why is JJ McCarthy I just don't get it. I just think the whole situation stinks to all hell. He high ankle sprain in week 2. It's going to be week 9 before he plays. It's ridiculous. The best receiver one of the best receivers in the NFL, CD Lamb, had a high ankle sprain, and I know we talked about what grades and whatever, but like I feel like they benched McCarthy without benching him, but with this injury, and I will believe that forever. And if you've seen Carson Wentz play football this year, you know that he's not the answer. It's not like he's good. I think this whole situation is so weird. And I like Kevin O'Connell a lot, and I still think he's a great coach, but I have a little bit less respect for him than I did earlier in the year. I just don't get him.
Look, if we're going to give Kevin Stefanski hell for what he did to Baker Mayfield, remember? This reminds me of that. Running him out there and hurting a man on purpose.
Yeah, I just don't think they're scapegoating him like they did with Baker just to get another quarterback in. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm reading this the other way. I'm reading this more as like Carson Wentz being a dog and insisting that he go back out there. I don't know. That's my take on it. Maybe he knows JJ McCarthy's not ready to come back, and he's just manning up and sacking up, and it's like, all right, I can wear this. It's not bad enough, but I guess whatever hit he took on this Sunday was kind of like the final straw that he couldn't do it anymore.
When he was laying on that ground and he was laying on whatever side he was laying on, once again I apologize for not knowing which side it was on. He was holding his arm, and that's
why he played.
He's like looking up, and it looks like he was staring like into the light, like he was about to die. And they put him back out there again. My goodness.
And I mean, that's why he played like that, because it was his left shoulder, right? Because I'm sure he's sitting there like, hey, it's my left shoulder. I mean,
not my throwing arm. Yeah.
Let me hand the ball off, and I can probably complete a couple short throws, but don't expect me to be airing shit out and running all over the place. So,
what was your favorite game of the weekend? What was your favorite game of the weekend, Brooksy? Because there was a lot of shit games. So
there was. I don't think any of them really stick out to me. Let me go through my schedule here.
I'm not gonna lie. I watched the Broncos Cowboys game, and I enjoyed what I saw out of the Broncos all around.
I didn't watch that.
Bo Nix looked good, and I loved what the Colts did. Going back to Indianapolis, I love what the Colts did. They looked great. I don't know how Jonathan Taylor stayed in bounds on that one run he had, and then. The best player of the week is the Tyler Kraft from the Packers. He looked like a madman.
National Tight End Day.
Yep.
But yeah, it's I'm getting closer to being sold on the Colts. I'm just not sold yet. I mean, they
Fair
beat
enough.
a 1-6 team that is obvious. We were 1-5, but
We're not a
we're
1-5 team.
not a 1-5 team. It's because of other things that are going on, injury wise and everything like that. But the Titans are a 1-6 team for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Yeah,
let me
Tucker
see.
Kraft. But there were so many shit games this week. I mean, everything was double digits except for one game, I think.
Yeah, for the most part, Cleveland got the doors beat off of them. What about Miami beating Atlanta? That was interesting. Boat racing them 34-10.
Kirk Cousins, that might be it. I hate to say that. That might be it.
I think so too. I was giving him a little bit of leeway because I thought that everybody takes a little bit more time than we think to come back from these Achilles injuries. See Aaron Rodgers, see Brees Hall. I think it was Brees Hall. A couple other guys, regardless. They take a little bit more time to come back from these injuries than we think. And I was like, okay, well, maybe this year would be the year. Not obviously last year was rough. Maybe this year, if he would have been given a chance, this would have been the year. But yeah, that was rough.
He can't drive off that plant foot. He cannot drive, and you can see it.
It's like he's got no power in it. You'd think he'd have it by now, but I don't know. Maybe it's something he's never going to have it, or he doesn't trust it.
He doesn't trust it, maybe, because you got to hit those open windows pretty damn quick in the NFL. Not pretty damn quick, really damn quick. So I don't know. It just didn't look good. Andy Dalton looked terrible. All the secondary quarterbacks looked pretty bad.
Yeah. I mean, that's good news for Miami though, because Miami looked way better with. I mean, Bijan didn't even do anything either.
No.
I feel like the Kirk is so bad. It's like their offense is just they can't do anything with him, right?
I feel like we're always waiting for Atlanta to come about. You have so many skill positions. Now I know Drake London got banged up, but you have Pitts, you have Bijan, you have obviously Michael Penix didn't play, but they have too much talent not to be good, and they're just not around. They're just not there.
Yeah, no, we just saw this week that they're a completely different team with Michael Penix in there. So, moving on from that game, New England beat the doors off Cleveland 32-13. That wasn't even necessarily close. I think Judkins got hurt in this game at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Drake May is still slinging it. England might be for real.
Third best odds to be the MVP.
His deep ball is unbelievable. I mean, I watched a lot of this game. I had money on the Browns, and they actually came out hot, and they looked good early in the game. And in the second half, the Patriots completely just demolished them. And it was because Drake May, if he's got one-on-one, he's hitting the deep ball every time. It's crazy. It is the first game I've watched like really, really closely this year of them, and I was unbelievably impressed with him. And I know a lot of people have been touting his deep ball accuracy all year, and that was one of the things I noticed. He just seems like he hits every single one of them.
And Myles Garrett should win Defensive Player of the Year today.
I mean, I was talking about this last night at work. He had 5 sacks, 7 QB pressures, and they lost by 20. Like, what's he gonna do? Like, what's he supposed to do?
Well, not sign a $40 million contract with the Browns to go somewhere else.
I mean, you can't feel bad for him for the money, but I mean, you can feel bad for him for the situation, and it's just bad. He's
a defensive version of Joe Thomas.
How long does Stefanski's Coach of the Year awards keep this job for him? Because he
might win Comeback Player of the Year.
Well,
he's a coach,
or Andrew Berry. Like, what the fuck are we doing trading Joe Flacco to the? I mean, he's put up two. I mean, he's put up two great weeks here in a row. I mean, I know they fell short this week, but I mean, he still threw up 38 points. I mean,
if you put up 38 against the Jets and you lose, it's probably not your fault.
Yeah. But I mean, I know we just talked about it, and we haven't talked about the other AFC North game, but great week for the Ravens.
Mm-hmm. It couldn't have gone better for the Ravens this week. The Browns lose, the Steelers lose, the Bengals lose in devastating fashion. It worked out as well as it could have, and of course the Ravens win with Tyler Huntley starting. I do want to talk about the whole Lamar we expected Lamar to start all week, and now we're going to have some weird stuff where there could be
Keep
draft
going. I'm getting a
compensation
drink. Getting a
here.
drink.
There could be draft compensation, like potential loss here. There could be salary loss. There could be fines. There could be all kinds of different stuff going on. I just think the way that the way that the organization handled this is just not very Ravens like. And I'm wondering if this is more of a front office thing or a Harbaugh thing when it comes to like reporting injuries. Is this when you report injuries, is it a head coach job or is it the front office job?
I was wondering about this, and when I was listening to a couple podcasts Sunday and on Monday, apparently it's the PR and the training staff kind of team up on this. It's has nothing to do with the head coach.
Okay.
But they also said when the Ravens came out with their comment that they called up to the league and like verified this and like talked to them about this, and we're like, okay, so we can change this. That makes me think that they might not lose draft compensation, because in their statement, whether they did or not, I have no idea, but or the league's just going to say you should have known better and you shouldn't have had to like call up to us because you kind of deceived people, other team mostly, but but the fact that they came out and said that they called to the league office and worked with them to make sure that they were able to do that and had the correct designation makes sense. But Brian, you weren't here. When I looked into this a little bit more, the designation status comes down to the PR department and the training staff. It doesn't come down to like the head coach and all that, or from what I've read. So apparently this is something on their end, but it could cost the team. I have no idea how this is going to end up working out, especially with some of Harbaugh's comments that he said before they changed the designation, which I think is ultimately going to be the reason why they could get penalized for this, whatever it ends up being. But I could not be surprised. I might not be surprised that they don't get anything because, like I said, in their statement, they said that they called up to the league and talked to them about this and to make sure that they were doing this correctly. So I don't know. I really don't know. It's just odd. The Ravens are always trying to play these shadow games.
That's good information, Brooksy. This is going to come to, it still, it doesn't matter if it's the PR department or the janitor or the head coach. It's organizational. I think they're going to get fined. They're going to get fined. I don't think draft compensation is getting taken away from them. They do it again, then we start talking about draft compensation.
Yeah. Unless they've already fucked up somewhere else this year that we don't know about yet.
Yeah. The league has a vendetta against them.
Well, it could be something as small as like, I don't know, Emery or something like that. They designated him wrong, and that was our strike one or whatever it was. Who knows? Like somebody that we just don't pay attention to or weren't paying attention to. So it could be like strike 2 or 3. I don't know. But if it's strike 1, like you said, it's a big one because it's Lamar. And it's that.
I mean, that line jumped 4 points, 5 points, whatever it was, 6.5 to 1.5, 2.5.
Yeah, and that's a big part of this too. The gambling stuff.
Fucked over.
It fucked over a lot of people gambling. Well, you would have thought it did, but the Ravens won anyway, and they covered easily.
They don't care about that.
They don't. Yeah, but they want everything reported the way it's supposed to, and I think
they want transparency.
Yeah, so it was just weird, the whole situation. I just wanted to get it out of the way, but let's talk about the game. Derrick Henry, 2 touchdowns. Charlie Kolar had a touchdown. Nate Wiggins had a big pick in this game. What did you take away? What did you take away from the Ravens side? And then we can talk about if you take it however you want to. What did you take away from? What was your biggest takeaway from the game? Brooks, you go ahead first.
Keaton Mitchell looks good.
Yeah. Biggest takeaway?
I didn't see that.
Not the biggest takeaway, but one of them. One of the things that we've talked about a ton on here is like, hey, if Derrick Henry's in the backfield, we're running the ball, and everybody knows it. Mm-hmm. And now you have Keaton Mitchell being able to do a little bit of everything, and they even tried to throw the ball to Derrick Henry once or twice during that game. So it looked like Monken made a considerate effort to try to mix that up a little bit. I'm sure we've all seen his reactions after the games with some of the fans, how pumped up he was, because he's taken a lot of flack over the last couple of weeks. Literally what he said in that little exchange afterwards. So I thought it looked better on offense. I think we gave Henry the ball a whole lot more. I think it looks a whole lot better because Ricard was in the backfield. He wasn't in there a ton the first half, but the second half he was. He's still averaging 3 something a carry, but he still had a couple touchdowns. We were giving it to him in the right situations that we would hope we would give it to him too. And on the flip side, defense, I know they have a winning record, but none of us think the Bears are for real. But we just held 2 teams with winning records, under 20 points, under 17 points. It's going in the right direction, but we all saw it. It's very much a bend, don't break right now. And that's how we've kind of played for the last couple of years. But it actually looks like we're not breaking where we were breaking at the beginning of the year. So
yeah,
we'll see. We had a lot of people back from injury this week. So I think that helps a ton. But yeah, trending in the right direction. I'll say that. Cautiously optimistic. I'll say that. That's really all I got.
I'm not going week to week. All right. Yeah, we won. So everyone's going to be high spirits and, everything's great. I'm not saying everything's great, but we are trending in the right direction. I'm a realist when it comes to these things. The biggest takeaway I have from the game is the defense. We went 6 defensive backs a majority of the time. And that was something that we haven't been able to do for a long period of time. One, based on injury. And then second, the acquisition of it. I forget the young man's name we traded for.
Yeah.
Who now allows Kyle Hamilton to basically, whatever his name is. It now allows Kyle Hamilton to kind of be a backer and a strong safety and a free safety and even be a nickel. He allows him to be a free range guy. And
I saw that he was in the box. I saw that Kyle Hamilton was in the box over 60% of the time.
There you go. So because now that Kyle Hamilton doesn't have to be a deep safety the entire time, he can have freelance. And he's probably our best defensive player. Nothing against Roquan Smith. Getting a little bit longer in the tooth, but he's amazing. But Kyle Hamilton is younger and amazing. Is a stud. So I loved every single thing that we saw from the defense. That's what I really took away from the game. The offense,
what's interesting?
We can talk about that later because I'm not going to talk about the offense until we get Lamar back.
Yeah. I liked how we played without Lamar. We finally looked like we knew what the hell we were doing and had a game plan. But the interesting thing that you bring up there with Kyle Hamilton is last year the fix was moving him back to playing deep safety again. And this year it's bringing him back down into the box again. It's just interesting. I know. Yeah. I agree with you.
Well, it's just because he's so versatile that we're able to basically plug him in where we need him. And that's why he's the best player on the defense, because of his versatility, because of his size, his length, his speed, and just his instincts. I think he can play multiple different positions at a high level. And you just don't get that in the NFL very often.
Last year, like you guys are talking about, you move Marcus Williams out of there and finally move him back, and defense changes, communication gets better. This year, you have a first round pick, you have a safety, you bring in another safety, and then you're able to move him back down. Moving back down again for the first time this week, or at least I'm sure they have been, but they get to do it more this week, and they just look way better, it seems like. So
I'm not beating the Chuck Pagano drum, but this screams 6 defensive backs screams Chuck Pagano.
He is the DB coach. Well, he's the DB special assistant,
specialist, or whatever.
Senior, secondary, whatever fuck it is.
Whatever fuck it.
Is he special or is he not special? Is he the special assistant, or is he just the assistant?
Senior special.
I will say this, and I said this last week. We have a very easy part of our schedule, the easiest part of our schedule right now coming up. I know we played 3 straight road games, but those 3 straight road games are against Miami Dolphins on Thursday, the Minnesota Vikings.
Have you seen this narrative before against the lowly Miami Dolphins? Going down into Miami.
Yes, we have.
God damn it.
And normally we're destroying them, and then they come back from 28 down or something.
Fucking Cam Cameron. 1 win.
Cam Cameron, 1 win. I forgot about that. Wow. But yeah, anyway, so the next couple of games on the Ravens schedule: at Miami, at Minnesota, at Cleveland. I think we'll be favored in all 3 of those games. Home against the Jets, we'll certainly be favored in that game. And then we play Cincy, Pittsburgh, Cincy.
We are favored in every single game except the game at the Packers.
Okay, and we're even favored home against New England, which I would think is our next actually really big test. And that's in 7-8 weeks. That's
Mhm.
December 21st. So we have a lot of cupcakes on the schedule. We're not going to win all of these games, probably. We only really have room to lose
There's going
2
to be
or
an
3
ugly
more
one in there.
games top. But I mean, look, if we're getting Lamar back at the right time of the schedule, we're getting the defense healthy at the right time of the schedule, and all the teams in the division lost. So it seems like everything is breaking right for the Ravens. The Ravens know that. Okay, yeah. So we're talking about the Lamar stuff here.
Yeah.
They do this shit all the time. Yeah, not really though. I don't like. They're never going to risk potential draft picks. You know what I mean? They're very good about that.
I think if anything, they tried to pressure Lamar back too soon. That's what they tried to do.
Maybe you're right. I don't know.
We'll never know. We never should know.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to know.
That's why this anonymous source bullshit needs to stop.
That means we're the New York Jets. And the leaks are coming out all over the place.
Any other stuff on Baltimore before we just talk about some other stuff that's going on around the league? I think
why don't we fire away?
Pretty much hit the nail on the head. A couple of the bigger injury stuff, biggest injury stuff we haven't talked about. It looks like Pat Surtain might be going on IR for the Broncos. That would be
or
a
his
big
shoulder,
blow for
right?
them. He's expected out several weeks. They're not sure if they're going to put him on IR yet. I'm sure they will make that decision before this game or however that works. And they can retroactively do that stuff. Scatabo, the ankle, it was disgusting.
Yeah.
It really sucks because the Giants really had a lot of momentum moving in their way, and they've already lost Neighbors for the year, so another big blow for them. But I mean, the silver lining for them is Dart looks like a real quarterback. He looks like a real guy. So I'm I love that. I love their front four on defense in terms of pass rush, but they're giving up rushing yards in like a historic sense right now. So that front four needs to get a little bit more disciplined against the run. And then the other biggest injury of the week, and I think this is a huge one as a Ravens fan, Ed Oliver has torn his bicep and he is out indefinitely, most likely the rest of the regular season at the very least. That is a massive linchpin in that Bills defense.
That's our Matabike. That's their version of Matabike. And it's crazy how much he means to them. I remember him when he played in college. Holy shit, he was amazing at Houston.
He just feels like he's hurt every year, man.
Yeah,
or he's getting hurt sometime during the year and coming back like beginning of the playoffs.
This is where Christian Wilkins gets picked up all of a sudden by the Bills. It screams Christian Wilkins.
Get me out of here. Other than that, I think that's pretty much all the injury stuff. I just wanted to get that stuff.
The Pittsburgh Steelers defense can't tackle, and then also I want to know who made the decision to make them have Aaron Rodgers versus the Green Bay Packers, and then dress like assholes.
Yeah,
in those uniforms. Those were god awful.
What was that?
What are those?
Does anybody have worse throwbacks than the Steelers? And why do they wear them so often?
They were wearing khakis. They were wearing khakis. And she sounds hideous. Jake from State Farm.
I'm sick of these ugly old school uniforms. And it's Pittsburgh's like almost has pride in how ugly they are, and I just don't get it.
Terrible. Like, Aaron Rodgers coming to play the Packers. Let's dress like douches. Like, this is stupid.
Jets get their first win of the year against the Bengals. They scored 23 in the fourth quarter to make that happen. Don't know how that happens. If you're a Bengals fan, you're probably beside yourself. But we've already touched on that game. The Eagles, and Saquon Barkley kind of got back into their groove. Saquon had a huge game. He started off the game. I think it's the second play from scrimmage was like an 80-yard touchdown run. And they didn't let off the gas the whole time. They seem like they're really starting to hit their stride offensively as they get into their bye week this week. So,
and one of the worst referee calls in football was that non-fumble by Jalen Hurts.
I don't get.
He's blatantly off the ground, and Thibodeau literally rips it out of his hand.
Yeah,
and they don't call it.
But they said it was forward progress, right? They said they had stopped it for forward progress, which they hadn't blown the whistle yet. You can hear it. I think that's stupid. The Bills absolutely destroyed the Panthers. This was not a game. James Cook went absolutely crazy. He's been quiet, I would say, most of the year, other than like he has a couple games where he just explodes. And he seems like that kind of guy, though, where he's just kind of quiet. And then all of a sudden he just has a game where he has like 300 yards. Texans beat the Niners. The Niners continue to be just completely beaten and battered. They can't get pass rush at all, and that's the reason the Texans' offense is so bad normally. At least it has been this year, is because their offensive line is so bad. But the 49ers can't create a pass rush. I don't know how they're 5-3, whatever they are. I think they're going to fall off a little bit as we move forward in the season. Bucks killed the Saints. Not a lot to talk about here. The game was ugly. It was 23-3. The Bucks didn't need to do any more than they did. But it was unspectacular, that's for sure. The only thing I'll take from this game is the Spencer Rattler, he tried to throw it away out of bounds or throw a little out, and the D lineman pulled a JJ Watt and tipped it, picked it, and ran him over and ran into the end zone. That was the best play of the game. And then what are the other games? Colts beat the shit out of the Titans. It's the fourth time this season that Jonathan Taylor has scored 3 touchdowns in the same game. The only people that have ever done that before are LaDainian Tomlinson, Sean Alexander, and Priest Holmes, and that's since 2000.
I want to touch on this real quick. Jonathan Taylor is the MVP of the league. I'm going to put it out there right now. He's the MVP of the league.
He's not going to be. Derrick Henry 2 or 3 years ago, Saquon last year. It's never going to happen. But
the NFL should be embarrassed.
He's been the best player in the league.
Just make it a fucking quarterback MVP, and then this offensive player of the year bullshit's embarrassing. He has 14 touchdowns. He's on track for 1,800 yards. He's averaging like 6.2 yards a carry, something stupid. He's the best player. You take him off of the Colts. The Colts don't have a team other than Quentin Nelson. So it's absolute BS. The fact that Daniel Jones has better MVP odds per DraftKings than Jonathan Taylor is stupid.
It's an indictment of the award itself. It should be given at some point to the best player in the league and not just the best quarterback. But we know now the MVP is the best quarterback and the offensive player of the year is the best non-quarterback. That's just how the awards go.
And that's a shame.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's an old segment we used to do.
How about that?
Cowboys Broncos. Brian, who is my best friend and also a Cowboys fan. Brian Mayhew, not Brian Rogers.
I'm right here.
I told him I love the Cowboys in this game. They were getting 3.5. He was like, "Do not take the Cowboys, just take the over." And he was right. 44-24 was the final. Dak had his worst game of the year for sure.
But we talked about this already, buddy.
He was
the Broncos were wearing those jerseys. They won the game already. They already won the game.
And Bo Nix actually looked like a competent quarterback this week. We'll see how he looks next week, but you know how he is week to week. RJ Harvey, this was his his breakout party. Dobbins played well as well, and I think the Cowboys have the 32nd ranked rush defense. So the running backs were always going to eat in this game for the Broncos, but RJ Harvey had 2 touchdowns, and that was his best game of his rookie season. So, Titans are complete dumpster fire. We don't need to talk about them at all. And then Packers Steelers. I didn't watch a pretty good game. I didn't watch a ton of this game. The Steelers kind of got hot early, and then the Packers just went crazy late. The Steelers can't tackle. Brian, like you said, they can't tackle. Their defense is old, man. The defense is just old. I don't think their defense is going to hold up throughout the season because they're old and they're already starting to look like they're breaking down. And I know this Packers team is kind of the class of the NFC or one of the best teams in the NFC, but I don't really see it with the Steelers defense at all. And I'm not afraid of them at all as a Ravens fan. I think we beat Miami this week. We have 1 less win than them already.
Yep. I mean, it was a good game to start. If the Steelers defense is average, I mean, this game is coming down probably to a touch to the last score. So,
I can't believe that the defense is the problem and Aaron Rodgers is not the problem. I thought going into the year, and I think a lot of people would have thought after last year that Rodgers would, if there was an issue with the Steelers, and especially if there was an issue with them being old, I would have thought for sure it was Rodgers and not the defense. But the defense they just don't seem like they have the juice.
They don't seem like the Steelers.
No. And TJ Watt doesn't look, I mean, he's not bad, but he's not putting up 5 sacks like Myles Garrett. Like that's not happening.
He's getting chipped, then double teamed. So he's getting triple teamed because there's nothing else going on around him.
Yeah. And then
other than
last
that,
game, last game of the night was last night, and I mean the Commanders were outmatched. And I will say this: in the first quarter, the Commanders should have been up 10-0 or maybe 14-0 in this game, and they just could not take advantage of their opportunities that they had early in the game. And then at the end of the game, the Chiefs became the Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
Um,
And Aaron Rodgers is, I know we're going backwards, is 16-5 this year.
16 touchdowns, 5 picks.
Yep. Most touchdowns in the league has 17.
It's crazy.
It's pretty wild.
I would not have guessed that.
Nor would I.
But yeah, I mean, he's been good. I don't think he's been the problem at all. But yeah, going back to the Commanders and Chiefs last night, I was at work last night, but it was slow. So I got to watch a lot of this game, and I was watching the World Series too, but we had them both on. And I mean, look, it's just, you go into a game without the best player on your team and Jaden Daniels against the Chiefs, who are getting as hot as any team in football. You're not going to have a good time. But they really did have opportunities in the first quarter. Mahomes threw a couple picks, and the Washington team, they just couldn't capitalize. Debo dropped the ball, hit off his chest or his face mask, and went straight into the linebacker's hands on the Chiefs. You just can't have that kind of stuff, like stupid mistakes like that. When you're trying to beat a team of this caliber, you're just not going to be able to win when you make those kind of mistakes.
Yeah.
So you could see the writing on the wall kind of early in this game, but Scary Terry came back. He had a touchdown. He looked all right.
This is exactly what we said before the season, that, you know, the Commanders got, and look, this is not me hating on the Commanders whatsoever, but the Commanders got so many good breaks last year. Those breaks aren't going their way this year. We kind of picked that, and it's just happening. It's just the nature of the beast. And so nothing against them. I mean, nothing against them whatsoever, but this is in health and also, yeah. And just, hey, you don't get Hail Marys at the end of the game. By the way, how about Missouri losing? They lost the game by a Hail Mary. They caught it, but it was a half yard short. Oh, mama.
Wow.
He caught the ball and he landed and he was being tackled by like a finger by the defender. Half yard short. Yikes. I got to close this window because I got a trash truck coming up.
You're good. Trivia time. Well, we'll wait till Brian gets back. I have a trivia question for you guys based on something that happened last night. And also, I wanted to point out that Big Dom, who's Brian's favorite guy, apparently dropped off pizza and cheesesteaks for Camp Scatterbo at the hospital in Philly on Sunday. And that was reported by Adam Schefter.
Classy move.
So that's a real thing that happened. And I wish Brian was here to hear it, but he wasn't. That's okay.
Blue guy.
He's something. I thought he lost his job after all that shit went down a couple of years ago, but I guess
no. They just kicked him off the sidelines for like the remainder of that year, and then this year or maybe last year, they made him. They technically made him a coach, so he could be on the sidelines.
Brian, Big Dom is in the news again. Do you know why?
Do I want to know why?
He dropped off pizza and cheesesteaks at Camp Scatterbo's hospital room after surgery. Apparently,
fucking amazing
for him and his family.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Big glue guy. Big glue
guy. Anyway, I have trivia time, and
here we go.
Based on, and this is kind of an easy one, but it's fun.
Your refrigerator's closer to you than it was before.
My refrigerator actually is closer to me than it was before. But that's not what we're talking about right now. Zach Ertz last night caught his 800th career reception. Only 5 tight ends other than Zach Ertz, he became the 6th, have at least 800 career receptions. Can you name them? 5 guys.
All right,
Gates,
so
Gonzalez,
Witten.
This is how I count to 3 because I've seen Inglourious Bastards.
Great reference.
What's his name? Kellen Winslow?
Nope.
Gronk? No.
Nope.
Gronk, no. Gronk's no.
Gates, Witten, and Gonzalez is who you have so far.
And there's 6, right?
There's 5. There's 2 more guys. There's 6 because of Ertz is in there too. So
okay.
Newsom?
Nope.
Mackey?
Nope.
Let me think.
Oh, Graham?
Nope.
Damn. Oh, that was a good one.
You're going way too old. Think new.
Mercedes Lewis?
No.
Mo Elliott.
You're forgetting.
He's old.
You're forgetting someone who played last night.
Kittle?
No, the other tight end.
No. Kelsey
is correct. Took way too long for you to get there. And then the other one,
Sharp?
Ravens legend, Shannon Sharp, is correct. Shannon Sharp had 815 catches.
There you go, Joe.
Tony G, Jason Witten, Travis Kelce, Antonio Gates, Shannon Sharp, and Zach Ertz are the only 6 tight ends in the history of the NFL that have 800 or more catches in their career, and that's awesome. Tony Gonzalez has 1,300.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Which is just ridiculous. But
He
anyway,
would be
I just wanted to bring that up.
All tight end team, I'm taking him. I'm taking Tony Gonzalez. All
Really?
tight end team. Yeah.
I'm taking either Gronk or Kelce probably in their prime, but Tony G was the guy. He just did it for so long, and he was so consistently good for so long.
We were actually having this conversation. Yeah, once again, there's no wrong answer here in terms of unless you say something stupid.
It's just preference.
Like Ed Oliver. But
Dennis Pitta.
Dennis Pitta. One hip. I have a good story for you guys. I have a story time with Brian, by the way. It has to do with the Irish wake yesterday. Just remind me of that.
Okay.
But all-time tight ends, we were talking about it last night at the Irish wake, and it was who would you take as your tight end? I'm taking Tony Gonzalez. Now, my reasoning was the best ability is availability, like we've talked about. He was always there. And with Gronk, who was amazing, there was times where he was, hurt a bunch.
Yeah, I'll take Aaron Hernandez.
I'd rather take his roommate, Tim Tebow.
No, I mean, like you said, there's no wrong answer here.
No wrong.
Yeah.
Is mom there?
Mom is here, and she's driving me insane doing house projects in the kitchen right now. So it's going to be we're going to be wrapping up here soon for me.
Yeah, you got 10 minutes left. We got to do a little baby draft too.
Yeah, let's do it. Now.
I'm gonna do story time real fast.
Go ahead.
Irish wake yesterday before we do the draft. Little cue. A Baltimore County police dispatcher passed away about 6-7 months ago, and our buddy Keith Sabinall got a letter in the mail from the attorney from the will that said, "Here's $1,000. Please throw an Irish wake for me at an Irish pub." So he went to Pig and Rooster. They just did everything to the nines. I mean, just
Pig and Rooster.
Pig and Rooster, which is just Pig and Rooster.
One night only.
One night only. So they all sitting there playing Irish music, Mary Mary Mac, all that good stuff, man. It was really nice. It was a lot of fun, a lot of police officers in there, and just having a great time. And it was very, very nice, and it was wholesome. How about that?
Hell yeah.
It was really cool. I never met the man who passed away, so I apologize for not remembering his name, but the way everyone went about it was awesome.
Yeah. All right, let's do one of our little spontaneous drafts, and let's do one of the sports letters. Do you guys want to do that?
Yeah.
ABC wheel spinner. Okay.
What we got?
All right. The audio got a little wonky for me there, but we're gonna spin, and we've already done, I believe, we've done a couple letters, and if we catch one of those, we're just gonna spin again. I should keep this wheel updated with the letters we've used, but it looks like we're gonna do J.
Ooh, J.
Letter J. And this is just so in case you guys haven't been paying attention, we just spin the wheel, we pick a random letter, and we do the top 5 things each. Just anything with sports that starts with the letter J. It could be a player, it could be a coach, it could be the sport itself. It could be anything. It could be a concession. So J is a tough one, in my opinion. Who wants first pick, or how do we determine it?
Dusty, go ahead and pick them.
Well, I have the order as Dusty, Brooks, Brian in here. Do you want to just do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. I'll take Jerry Rice, number 1. because I can't think of anything else that starts with a J at this moment.
Give me Jerry West.
Okay, that's a good one.
Good call. I get 2 back to back.
Yeah.
I'm going Jack Nicklaus, and I'll take Justin Jefferson.
Jack Nicklaus, and you get double points for Justin Jefferson too.
Give me Jerry Jones.
Oh God, get me out of here. Brooks, you can only take Jerry's. You're only allowed to take Jerry's. I'm joking. J. Why did Jeff Rebelay come to mind before?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Pencil thin mustache.
Give me javelin. The javelin throw.
Ooh, that's a great call.
J. What starts with a J? Give me Jim Brown, running back.
Damn it.
Oh,
Damn it.
Also, All-American lacrosse player.
Yes. Imagine a man with a stick.
Brooks, you're back.
give me John Bones Jones.
That's
Wow,
a good
all right.
one, buddy. That's a very good one.
That's a great one. He's the greatest UFC fighter of all time.
All right. I'm going James Madison.
The university?
You see, Jackie Brown's. And I'm also going to go with a boxer. I'm going to go James J. Braddock from Cinderella Man.
Oh, great.
One of my favorite movies.
Movie.
Wow.
Great
James
movie.
J. Braddock. Not James Franklin?
No, that's Merrick's.
Okay.
You say Jimbo Fisher, I'm going to kill you.
I'm not going to say that. Don't worry.
Give me
Good
Juan
Lord.
Gonzalez.
Juan Gonzalez. Oh, my God. I forgot about him.
I'm going to kill all of us if we don't take this one.
Give me John Cena. And I took Catfish Hunter already. His name's Jim. Give me Juan Pierre. Fuck it.
I'm going to kill you. When you hear the name I'm going to drop and you took Juan Pierre, I'm going to kill you. I swear to God, don't let me come down the beach right now.
All right, Brooks, you're up.
Give me Jim Bob Cooter.
Oh my God.
I'm out. I can't take this anymore. You fucking people. Jackie Robinson. Are you kidding?
Who's that?
Jim Bob
Cooter.
Jim Bob Cooter went before Jackie Robinson. I want to throw that out there.
Javelin throwing before I took Jim Brown and John Cena.
It's whatever comes to your mind, okay?
Yeah.
Jim Bob Cooter. Jim Bob was on my mind, okay?
Yeah. Nobody
Jerseys.
took Jose Canseco, by the way, or Jose Reyes. Yeah. Just
Juan Pierre. Juan Pierre went before Jackie Robinson. John Daly. That's amazing.
There's so many Johns we could have gone through. We just did. John Smoltz, Jim Palmer.
No, out.
Yeah, get rid of the chat so I don't see any until afterwards, and I'm always like, damn it.
Juan Pierre went before Jackie Robinson. I want to throw that out
Jim
there.
Brown, John Cena, and Juan Pierre. And then you got Jerry West, Jerry Jones, John Bones Jones, Juan Gonzalez, and Jim Bob Cooter. And then Jack Nicklaus, Justin Jefferson, JMU, James J. Braddock, and Jackie Robinson.
I win on that one.
You know who we forgot? The Hefty Lefty.
Oh, Jared Lorenzen.
Jared Lorenzen.
Yeah,
Wow.
he should have went.
The Pillsbury throw boy.
He should have went.
Yeah.
Damn. Kentucky's first.
All right, guys. I'm going to go get lunch with my mom. So if you guys want to finish up the pod or do any outros or anything,
I'm
I got a meeting.
I love you guys. All right.
All right, boys.
Guys, we're
Love
going to
you.
end abruptly today. We love you very much. We'll be back on Thursday. at
Halloween.
regular scheduled
Halloween
time.
theme.
Halloween.
And
Thursday.
we are going to be
episode.
dressing up on Thursday, so do not miss the Thursday edition. And we love you guys. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see y'all on Thursday.
See you,
Hey,
boys.
Go
how about
Ravens.
that? How about that new segment we got? Delaware Dave's Dockside Rants.
Oh, yeah.
I
How
love
was that?
that.
Did you guys enjoy it? By the
I
way, the
love
tailgate
that.
was killer. Killer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So keep an eye out for those. Those are going to be coming out every week. And yeah, Thursday is not going to be one you want to miss. Collins
Thursday's
will
gonna be
definitely do
great.
Thursday. And Thursday's just going to be a hell of an episode. We're gonna try to do it all. It's going to be a long one, I'm sure.
It's
So,
gonna be at least 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Yeah. I mean, I'm
Probably.
dressing up, and you're gonna love my outfit. I'm excited.
oh yeah. Anyway. All right, boys.
All right. See you guys.
See ya.
Be good. Love you.